Well, good afternoon. This is another informational video from Sparklets USA. And this follows on from our part one of a video that we recorded showing the acquisition and results of some initial work that we'd done on dismantling this type of American Sparklets soda siphon. Now, I believe that this one, I haven't actually done that much research on when it was made, but given the design features in it, I suspect it was made probably in the late 40s to early to mid 50s. As I said, it's made by Sparklets Corporation of the USA. It has quite an unusual head design compared with the other Streamline series of siphons, in that the neck is very broad across here. Now, previously we dismantled this and took it apart and removed all the parts to have a look at how it was actually made. And here are some of the parts that we actually took out. So what we had is in the head, a soda control plunger, and it looks like that. And that's the same size of one that was used in the Sparklets Type D. So that's why I'm considering it was actually probably made in the late 40s to early 50s. The size is the same. In the base of the soda siphon, this feature here, that is the same style that was used in the Streamline siphons and shared most of its parts with the Streamline and the Type D. And basically what it consists of is a brass machined cartridge, as they called it, and it takes the Type D seal in there, and it also takes the non-return valve assembly for the Type D. And what that consists of is, and this is on the inside of the body, now on the inside of the body of this soda siphon, is there's a circular valve seat there, and this piercing pin assembly, the seal screw, which really consists of a little screw with a special design of seal in there, that goes in there like that, and this is all done from inside. And then on the outside, accessible from the base externally, is a piercing pin, and that's spring loaded, and then this rubber seal goes in there around the piercing pin, and it's all screwed together. So basically that's the same design, spare parts, etc., as the Streamline, early Streamline and Type D soda siphons. So that's really it. And the difference in the seal is that for the Streamline and Type D soda siphons, the seal, which looks a bit like a sort of a mushroom, sits around the dip tube, whereas in this one the dip tube is actually a permanent feature of the head, and I'll show that in a second, because this one's actually pressurized. It's got water in it and it's been pressurized, so we're going to dispense some water in a second. Now, around the underside of the head is this large seal. Basically it looks like a squared off, partially squared off O-ring, but it's roughly elliptical in cross section, and we've managed to find a similar seal which is of the same diameter, but it's round, by a bit of judicious amendment and adding in another sealing feature, another sealing part, we've managed to fit that into the head. And again, I'll show that in a little while. So that's what the new seal looks like, and that's what the old seal looked like. So we've managed to duplicate that. Now, the soda siphon, as I said previously, uses or did use Sparklets Type key like that, and this is a UK version. The US version would have been pretty similar, and you put a cartridge into there and screw that onto the feature in the base. Fill it up with gas once you'd filled it with water and put the head on, and then you could take this off afterwards so that you could put it down and that feature is hidden. So here it is. This is perhaps a little bit warm, so it'll come out rather fizzy, but there it is. Some rather fizzy water. So what we'll do is we'll actually get rid of that water so that we can take it apart. What we'll do is we'll just empty it into this old Streamline Mark II. Now the body here takes just under a litre of water, and I had no trouble in emptying it, which is good. Probably would have got a better effect if we'd chilled it. But there we are. Let's just take that off. So there we are. And you can see here that there is the incorporated acrylic dip tube, which screws into the bottom of the head and forms a seal. And in there, in that groove, we have set a replacement for this seal, because this one's all hard. This is the original seal, this is all hard, and it needed a new seal. And that seal rests on the top of the body, and as you can see here, it's a very large bore, so you can see inside. And inside, and you may not be able to see that, is a little metal tag dipping down from the edge of the internal thread, and it says says on it filter here. So you fill it up to there with water, so there's no neck tube in there, which did that function in the Streamline models. So basically that's it. So you'd fill that up, put this on, and get your cartridge. Screw the head down, get your cartridge, capsule, put it in the key on there, and that'll be ready to go. So that's it. We've successfully reconditioned this. Well, I don't know what the model name for this one was, so if someone can suggest in the comments what the model name for this one is. So we've successfully reconditioned that, and it all works. That's been sitting around for a few days, and no leaks now, so great. Another one that we can now bring back to life, another model. So that's the end of this video. Thanks very much for watching. This video has been brought to you by Aqua Spumante.